All right, man. Oh, today I went to my son's preschool graduation. Yeah. So you can get this conversation too. I know you don't have any children, but I want to know both of y'all's stances on this. So I thought it was ridiculous. I was just like, this is cute, I guess, but why? I don't know if you guys ever had preschool graduations.
I went next Friday.
I
went next Friday.
Are you finally getting that step? Or are you talking about your son, right?
My son.
Okay, I'm talking about you though. Did you ever go to as a preschooler that you can remember? I guess.
I don't remember it.
Did you ever have a preschool graduation?
That wasn't big back then, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It's that new era of
giving out trophies like we've talked about before. Yeah.
It's all about trophies.
That's why I wanted to talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys feel that this is an unnecessary trophy that we're giving children, or do you think, as somebody pointed out to me that made a good point, Abe, shout out to you, that this is building up confidence for them in the future? He made a good point on that, but I also see the whole unnecessary trophy thing right here. What do you guys think?
To speak to what you just said, that is a really good call out. It is. I never thought about it like that because I only thought about it in my view.
Yeah.
In my view, sided with your video,
Yeah.
I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna be proud of my son.
Right, of course.
Because I know what he's done this year.
Mm-hmm.
But I just think it's another trophy thing.
Yeah. When you say I know what he's done this year, is it high school graduate type stuff? Is it
No,
college graduate type? It's
preschool. It's kind of like when you look at, as fathers, when your son was a newborn and then he started rolling on his tummy. It's one of those milestone things.
Okay.
So in my mind, I see it as, okay, well, he can do these things. Now, going into the beginning of this preschool year, where he was at and where we've come, that is big.
Yeah.
So I could see giving a trophy, but I just think we're gonna have to do this again next year.
Yeah.
For kindergarten. So
Exactly. We don't have graduations for middle school. We don't have graduations for elementary school either.
Right?
This is. I hope it might get to that soon. I don't know.
It's coming.
What's your thoughts on it, man?
Well, I mean, the way I see it, in a sense, and you guys, Abe, when you said the thing about how it's just going to reinforce positivity and just keep positive energy in the child, I can see that. And also from a parent standpoint, I don't have kids, but I can definitely see how it's kind of adorable to see your child with a cap and gown. Maybe
it was very cute. Don't get me twisted.
Yes.
Maybe it's for that type of effect, and to that degree, I can totally see that happening.
Mm-hmm.
But on the other side, I can definitely see that this could suggest the reinforcement of this supposed. Well, I mean, it's not supposed. I mean, there's definitely some evidence of the entitlement era that we've got going on.
Yeah, he made a good point about that with the giving out unnecessary trophies. Sometimes you gotta take the L. Sometimes you gotta lose, and it builds up character.
It's exactly what it is.
Hey, adversity makes you stronger.
Exactly.
I'm not saying that we should get away from it. I just think maybe have an end of the year party.
Yeah.
We did that. See, we did. And I mean, I when it comes to that preschool, I more want to give props to the teachers on that.
I agree with
more
that.
than the
With
child.
that.
I'll give if it's a huge milestone, if he's learning to count to 100, more if he's advanced, then I will. Woo, I will be the first to graduate my son.
The truth is, with preschool, it's a free program. It's not like the kids going to private school.
Exactly.
So they're not going to be walking out of preschool speaking Spanish.
Exactly.
Now, if there's programs across America, hey, look, don't knock me. That's big. You should have a graduation, but I look at it like we're saying, I think in that moment, like you said, it will be cool to see my son have that on. It's as a parent, okay, great. Trophies, entitlement. That's where I sit with it.
Yeah, it could go some negativity way or positivity. Cause there's nothing worse than an entitled child. Ooh,
they're hard to do.
Ooh, yes.
I've managed quite a few of them over my
thank
time.
God, knock on wood, my son's not, that yet. Hopefully he won't. If he is, nip that in the butt real quick.
Right.
But I know you guys worked in customer service for a while. I've worked in the service industry. We see that sometimes.
Yeah, it's quite unfortunate.
I've seen that across the aisle and by the aisle. I've seen it both ways. I've helped people with it. I've had to train and coach people through it.
Yes.
A lot of kids are coming into the world really not ready for the real world. And it was funny, I talked to a 17-year-old in Fort Walton the other day, and he was talking about this. He was like, I was asking him, you ready for school? You ready for this? He was like, well, I am, I'm not. And, you know, mom's teaching me how to balance a checkbook, but you know, it just seems scary, like to become an adult. I'm like, yeah, it's not fun. It's scary. Yeah, no, that's what. And I literally said that to him. I was like, don't do it. Just be a kid as long as you can. He's like, really? I'm like, yeah, because it's a different world. And a lot of them are so used to that entitlement and those confines of being entitled that when you drop them out the door and say, all right, the world is yours, they don't really know what to do with it.
Right.
You know?
And that's people's that's a lot of people's criticism toward millennials. They think it's more getting worse and worse drastically through the years. But you know, I guess I'll defend millennials a little bit. I don't think it started off with them. There was folks doing that when I was my age.
Right.
They was catering to that. I don't spank my child. No, I give him timeouts. No, don't do that, Jesse. You know, just no type of like stern.
Accountability?
Yeah. And they're not learning nothing.
No, they're learning they can run roughshod, and that's dangerous. I was kind of talking to him about that, about having to be accountable, because you know he was talking about some things that happened at school with him and you know with the teacher. And I was like, look, let me give you the flip on that. You go to work and you argue with your boss, you don't even have a job.
Exactly.
You know, we all know this, right? So it's one of those things where I push back to parents. You know, you got to be teaching your kids these things. The world shapes them because of the environment, but they're going home to you. And if you're not talking to them and having these conversations and getting them ready, you're failing as a parent. I don't care what you say. I don't care what your kid does. You're failing your child, and you're creating this new thing where millennials entitled. You said it before. It's not all their fault.
It's not.
Because who taught them?
Exactly.
You did.
And
so
you're
it's
not
on you.
blaming.
Yeah, exactly.
It's,
you know?
it's such a crazy snowball effect. You know what I'm saying?
It really is.
Because this is what I've actually come to actually realize myself, and it applies to really any generation. And again, I just go ahead and say I don't have any kids, but what I've been seeing is like with parenting, these same parents that are complaining about the kids acting in these ways, you know, and then they want to blame, this millennial generation is full of entitlement, which again, to an extent, it is somewhat true to a degree. But like you said, the reality is going to boil down to the parents. So while you're sitting here complaining, being a hypocrite, you're feeding into this mentality.
Correct.
You know, you're doing the same thing. You're not helping the issue. You know, and you're not doing anything for yourself either as a parent.
Right.
So again, I'm no father, or you know, but I know for a fact that because it's just human nature in general.
Correct.
You know, and it doesn't even have to be like if you have like a younger sibling. You know, I know my younger brother when we were growing up, I wasn't always the nicest to him. You know, I was kind of mean to him. But until I realized that was an issue, you know, I changed my attitude. You know, he sort of to himself, but like me and my brother have been closer. You know, the past 6 years. You know, because of that, when you come to that realization that hey, you know what, it's not the millennials' fault. It's just the influence around it. You know, I'm not his father, but you know he's hung around me the most. He was. You know, he's very like he's an impressionable kid. You know, when we were younger, and I was being such a dick to him, and it took me till I was like in my early teens to realize that, and then it just kind of grew from there. So, but that's not about me. It's just about
good example.
It's just that same level of attention you want to like focus on. You want to pay attention to that sort of thing. You know, whether it's your kid, your daughter. You know, a niece, a nephew, who you're close with. That's what's going to ultimately shape that impressionable mind as they get older.
And what